Hey everybody! Alright, we tried this before and I had a technical issue, so hopefully this time our Facebook Live is going actually live. Alright, let me know if you can see and hear everything okay. I'm just setting the camera up. Okay, great. Last time it just sat here saying I was live and then nothing, it said live and nothing happened, but that's okay. Thank you for your patience. So I'm Sharon. I'm going to be here showing off some of our brand new Prima products. These are by Christine Adolph, and I'm going to mix in a little bit of Prima, if that's okay with you guys. So Carrie is modding for us today. Yay, I see action now. Okay, last time I was just talking to myself for 5 minutes and went, oh boy, what's going on? Okay. You gotta love technology. When it works, it's amazing, and when it doesn't, you sit here and go, what is going on? All right. Okay, we're good. So you guys can actually see me and hear me. Yay! Okay, thank you guys for joining. I'm not very good at catching the chat because I'm so involved in what I'm doing, coloring and all kinds of stuff. So Carrie is on, and she hopefully will catch all the questions. I just want to thank you all for joining us on Facebook Live. Prima's been trying to do a lot more of these. These are winter 2017 releases. And this one is the one you're seeing right now. This is one of our brand new Christine Adolph cling stamps. This is tossed floral. Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath. I basically already did 5 minutes of the show to find out it actually wasn't even going. So, we're good now. So, what do you think of this? In front of you, Carrie has shown off Christine's stamps and done such a great job with them. This is Poppy Field. I mean, the stamps are beautiful. They come like this. Most of them are round 4x6. They're cling. So you just pop them onto your Prima stamp block like that. They just stick beautifully. Ink them up and use them over and over again. Carrie has shown how to stamp with them. You can check out our saved videos or check out on YouTube. We've been uploading all of them. This one is beautiful. It's more of a border, and you'll find this design in her coloring book too. This one is called Daisy Frame. Love, love, love this one. And just in case you need these numbers, if you're a retailer, you can order these. I believe the stamps are already shipping. 971663. And that last one, sorry, the Poppy Field was 971717. If these are not shipping, they will be any minute. Cute. This is Joyful Garden. I think this is one of my favorites. Think of how usable this is for stamping out and then cutting these out. They'd be so cute on layouts, maybe in my planner. This one is 971731. Joyful Gardens. And then the one we're playing with is called Tossed Floral, and I kind of showed you that already, but the number is 971762. Okay, so I only have 4 of her stamps, but I think it gives you a nice overview of the possibilities that you can do. And the stamp, of course, looks like this. And I thought I would just skip that step since Carrie did such a great job with it. And we're going to jump into different ways you can color these. And this is where I get so excited. I have so much fun just playing around. So let's make sure I'm in screen. I want to show you a product. So these are oil pastels, and it's a 24-piece set. I don't even know if you have seen these yet. You see that foil? They are wonderful. Now, we came out with another oil pastel set. Those are water soluble. These are the original oil pastels, the softer artist grade oil pastels. They're not water soluble, so they're going to work a little bit differently. And you can see different techniques on the back of the packaging. The number is 590802. I'm pairing these today because I think they're amazing. They give such a great result. let me just open up the box. Love that little peacock there. I've taken some out. There are 24 different colors. They're absolutely beautiful. Look at these. Gorgeous. I took out 3 because I'm trying to work with a similar palette to kind of just show you the differences on the 3 different ways we're going to color. So these are definitely artist grade. Let me dump them out in my cute little hello tin. I love that little plate. They're artist grade, and you can shave them into gel and color it. You can do so many techniques with stencils and different gels, pastes. They work differently on black versus white. There are so many YouTube videos on how to use these in different ways, so check that out. So what I did is I came in here and I basically scribbled, okay, and you can kind of see that. And what I'm going to do is show you again how I colored with them, and they're so intense. Now, again, you don't blend them with water because they're not water soluble, but you don't have to color the whole flower. There's a lot of pigment and a lot of the oil pastel, the actual product, right here in this cute little crayon. So what I did is I colored my first color, and then I went and just did a border just a little bit with the second one, and then I blended it with my finger. And I think it goes better when you go with the grain of your paper. Now, they make fancy little artist tools to blend these, little blending stubs and stuff. But I kind of think a lot of us use our fingers all the time for different techniques just because they're attached to our arm, right? And let me go in. I'm going to just color that center and give it a little bit more intensity right there. These are not going to be perfect stay in the line way to color, but how cool is that for blending these colors out and getting just a really, really gorgeous mixed media look. I think these would be great in like art journals and different, like even on cards and tags where you're coloring and you're blending things and they don't, you want this different distressed kind of artsy look. Check this out. Okay, this one I probably put too much medium on, and I'm glad I did because I want to show you a little tip and technique that I picked up. So normally you can take a blending stub and lift some of that off, or you can use a wet wipe or a paper towel. I just take an eraser and you can start erasing this off and it literally picks it up. How cool is this? And same thing, if you wanted to go inside the lines perfectly, you can go outside and erase that off. So you can get really cool techniques and different effects with this because it's a real oil pastel. I'm trying to do like a little sunburst here. I'm basically going to erase all the color off. But isn't that fun? Very cool technique with this. I can't tell where my camera is right now. There we go. Sorry about that. So again, really intense color, but you can lighten it with a variety of methods. So I'm just going to color one more flower, and you can see the intense color on here. Let me blend this one out. Oh, wow. Lots of color on that. Check that out. And I'm going to go back with my border, which was purple. And I may put a little scribble of green over those, the little greenery right there, but I definitely want to come in here and erase just a bit in the center to lighten that up. I just think these are so fun to play with. And I think I'm shaking the table because I'm erasing, which is shaking the camera, so I apologize for that. But how fun are those? Now, these are oil pastels. They're sort of new for Prima, but not brand new. And they are available right now. These are shipping out right now, and they are so fun with those stamps. So think of any of your stamps that you have and the cool effect that you get with that. It's almost like a feathery blended effect. I think it's amazing. I loved it. Wasn't sure what was going to happen when I started with these, but now I'm like all over them. They're so gorgeous. All right, so that's one technique for coloring the stamps. Those are the oil pastels. 24 set, 590802 is the SKU. And then we're going to move those off because, hello, I have another way to color. All right, are you guys keeping up okay? I love when I'm modding, I ask you guys where you're from. I love to hear that and find out where everyone is. So let me know, and maybe I'll catch on there and see where you guys are from as I'm peeking over, okay? So the next way I want to color with Color Bloom 2 sprays. So again, I picked colors that were similar to the palette I'm working on so that you get a really good comparison. So I have Fairy Pond, Dragonfly Blue, and Sugar Plum. Now these are on the market right now. And the difference with the Color Bloom 2, the major difference, is that they come powdered and you add the water and then you shake it up. So let's go ahead and shake right now. And honestly, if you have sprays sitting on your shelf and you haven't been using them, but you love watercoloring, this might be a great way for you to pull these out. I'm all about using, showing you how to use the products you have. I think just coming up with new ways to use them is so fun. And this is not my original idea. I'm sure other people have done this. I just thought it'd be fun to do. So I keep this very well loved little palette, and all I do is put a squirt in there. You could see I was playing last night. I actually even let it just dry in there because I never know when I'm going to come back and use it again. And they reactivate with water like instantly. So if they're dry, just get your water brush, put a little more water in there, and you're good to go. So now these are so fun. And you know why they're so fun? Let's set this over on top of the oil pastel. Oh, I don't know what to start with. I'm going to get my brush just a little bit wet. And let's do blue. So which one was this? Dragonfly? No, this one's Fairy Pond. I love these because you can get them as dark as the spray is, but they create a really cool ombre effect too. If you just keep painting away, by the time you get to the other side of your flower, it's a little bit lighter. You see that? And you can, of course, come in here and dab. I love this technique too. Get a little bit of paper towel and dab the center going out to the petal, and it lightens that up a bit. It may be a little harder to show on camera than in person, but it really does lift some of that color off. Now I'm diluting that just a little bit because I want to draw it in, and I would not let the color sit out on the edge too long. I would do just a petal, then dilute it a little bit just to get some of that purple off, and then bring it in. And look, I went outside the line, and that's okay. It's fine. I just blend it in, and it's great. It's totally cool. Or you can go in there and dab it and lift some of that color up. So here we go again. Just a little bit more of the purple. And I would say when you're coloring like this, you don't want to pre-wet the paper because the color is going to slide then. You'll see a lot of times we're prepping a surface for coloring, and we're different people use different words, but we'll apply water. You don't want to do that when you have like a flower because that color is then gonna slide out on that slick surface and go outside the lines. That personally doesn't bother me because, as you can see, I do that anyway. But I go back and just blend these backgrounds over spills together with my water brush. I don't stress about that. And then your background's colored too, and it looks super cute. All right, so for the center, I may just grab a little bit of that Dragonfly. It's the coolest color. It has like a little bit of blue in with the green. And I'm just doing little dots out here. I don't know why. And then I'm going to lift them up just a bit because they are a bit too dark. And it just really fun. So what this does compared to the other coloring methods is that it adds a sparkle and a glimmer when you're done. And I hope I can show you. It might not pick up on the camera, but your finished images should be a bit sparkly compared to like the matte finish of the oil pastels or the matte finish of almost any other medium. So it's going to be shimmery and sparkly when you're done. Okay, so I'm going to color just one more. And that's what I would do, is pick out a couple colors you like, and just, I'm not going to make all my flowers the same, but I am going to use the same 3 or 4 colors on all of them, and that way they'll all coordinate, if that makes sense. Love having a paper towel, right? It like erases all of your mistakes instantly. I think that Dragonfly blue is amazing. Love that color. And I am not artistic. I want you to know, if I can do this, anybody can do this. And look, there I am going outside the line again. But I'm just gonna go blend it in with everything else. And you're never gonna know. It's all gonna come together and it's all gonna be beautiful. Just like that. So those are color bloom sprays. So think outside the box a little bit when you're going to color. I did stamp these with a permanent ink. I wanted to point that out. If you're going to watercolor on top, use like an archival ink or a StazOn. You have to have a permanent ink in order to apply the wet medium on top, okay? So color bloom sprays, I used Sugar Plum, Dragonfly Blue, and Fairy Pond, and those were a limited edition, so if you don't have those, you need to grab those. All right, any questions on that? See, I was so busy coloring, I didn't even look at the chat. Okay, so with my last one, I want to use Color Philosophy inks. Now, I love these. I know you guys have been seeing them. They're brand new for Prima. And that's why I think they're so fun. It's a new medium for us to play around with. So these are magnetic. This one is Bora Bora. They are magnetic not just for the top to the bottom. It is snap because it's pulling on itself. But they're magnetic with each other. See how they're like attracted to one another? Look at that. So why do you like this? Why do I want that? Well, look at that. They stick together, unless you totally drop it. And you're not going to lose your covers. So when I'm fiddling with all my inks, these will stack up beautifully. And trust me, you can get a ton of them stacked on top. It's not going to topsy or be turvy. And the covers are not going to come off if you're taking them in to a crop or in your art bag or whatever. So lots of ideas and reasons for that magnetic casing. And I love it. That and my 3-year-old granddaughter comes over and stacks these for hours because they're that fun to play with. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is color this, and I want to pick out the color from, let's go with, I think I'm going to use Private Lagoon. Hey, I need one of those. So basically you want to push the cover down just a little. Okay, and what you're doing is pushing it against the actual ink pad. So then you get color in your lid. And that's it. You get your Prima water brush and you pick that up. My tip was already wet from the other ink. So simple and easy to spread. Now, a little tip, if your brush is really wet, of course the color is going to be more diluted and spread really, really easy. If your tip is a little dry, it is not going to spread. It's going to be more intense where you first place it. And look at that. I already have an ombre effect because where the ink was the most intense, of course, it went onto that petal. And what I'm going to do is kind of just blend that petal in so it's really light over here and slowly works to dark over here. I love that. Very cool and so easy to paint with. So that was Private Lagoon. Let's come in here with Hydrangea Petal. And I'm not going to clean my brush because I love that little special color you get when they first mix. I'm going to just powder this in around the edges. Pick up more when you need. But I'm going to kind of let it run out over here because remember these colors are softer and going for that really true ombre look. Oh, I love that. It might be a little subtle on camera, but it's so pretty like that. And then for the center, let's go with, I think Bora Bora. What do you guys think? It's more of a green with a touch of blue. Gorgeous color. And you know, to really blend that in with the rest of the flower, I'm just going to tap on some of the greenery to kind of pull that in. How fun is that? I love it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the Bora Bora and do this little side flower right here. I'm not being careful at all. I'm just coloring fast. And then I think I'm going to wait with Enchanted Woods to kind of pull all the greenery together. I think I'm going to pull a bit of the hydrangea petals and maybe work from the inside out this time and not always from the outside in. It's only part of a flower, so it's harder to color like that. But then we can do that over here. I love that ombre. It's just, because you only have so much color on your brush, and then it is, you know, getting less and less as you get to that final petal. I love that. There I am, going outside the lines. Told you guys. I just do that. It's okay. And I'm not going to be careful. I might squeeze out just a little bit of that color because I am going outside right here to kind of blend. And you see here where you have, I really had a little spot right here where it's dried already. So I picked up a bit more color. And what I'm going to do is work that like it was meant to be like that. And there you can barely tell that I really went outside the lines. I am not a perfect colorer, but I think this little technique kind of hides all that really well. And look at that. And I think what I'm going to do is take this Enchanted Woods. This is, again, this isn't my technique. A lot of us have done this. I'm going to squirt a little bit of water in there, work in that color, get my brush pretty wet. Okay, I tried this last time and it didn't work so well. Sometimes when you're doing splatters, you gotta have a bit of weight when you go to tap them. Oh look, it's actually working this time. And it helps when you're using a darker color. But this is another technique for adding a little bit of texture and layer and more interest to the page, especially if you're gonna keep the background the way it is. I would pick two of the darker colors, squeeze out a little bit of water in that lid. 1 drop is usually enough. Now, if your background is wet, these are going to blend in kind of like a bokeh effect, which is super cool. But if it's dry, you're going to get more distinct droplets. So again, you could go for 2 different looks with that. But here we go. Look at this, how fun this is. And we could totally go splatter the other pages too. But I just want to show you. So Color Philosophy inks are going to give you a really nice matte color beautiful. And, you know, a dual purpose product. Use them for stamping and for watercoloring because they're dye inks. Super fun colors. There are 36 different colors, so I don't know how you're going to decide which ones you want, girls, because there are too many really good ones out there. Then Color Bloom, didn't finish the whole thing, but it's going to be glimmery and sparkly. And then the oil pastels for that softer feathery look that's blendable. And I forgot to say, you can seal this if you want. If you're worried about that color coming off, use a fixative spray, or I think even like a really light coat of gel will work, matte gel or glossy. How fun is that? So 3 different ways to color your stamped images. And of course I had to do a bonus. I'm not going to demo it, but when I was playing, I was like, oh, there's a 4th way that's so fun, and it uses brand new product. Let me move the Color Philosophy inks. So these are from the coloring book. So let me pull that out so you know what I'm talking about. Christine has a foil watercolor book. Now this, I have a sample one, so the artwork may be a little different. There are 24 pages, and they're 8 by 10, and they're beautiful. The number is 971779. So when I showed you that page I colored, I want to just show you where I got it. So it's inside this book. This book has beautiful floral and different images. These are foiled, oh my gosh, and they're on watercolor paper. They're just hollering for someone to say, come color, come play. And look at that. I'm trying to catch a little bit of the foil so that you can see. So half the book is silver. We're going to go through some of these images. Can you guys see this okay? Is it showing up? I know it's all white on white. Look at that. The sweet. I think these are poppies. That's what I'm going to go with. Now, is this the one I colored? I seriously colored one of these for a project. It's close. It's very close. And I'm going to show you a couple that I have played with. What do you guys think of this? Oh my gosh. Okay, so the foil, not only is it super cool, right? But it also helps you stay in the lines. Because it acts like a resist, so it's not going to soak up the color you put on there. It also kind of acts as a border. So for people like me, I need something like that. I need that resist effect from the foil. Very cool, right? Oh my gosh, they're just beautiful images, beautiful floral designs, and some of these are the stamps. All right, did you see any difference here? We're popping into the gold foil, and I love that. I love that there's 2 options in here. Gold foil is so hot right now, but I am loving the silver. I'm loving the silver. They both work so well with different color palettes, right? Look at the details on this. I just have to bring this up. And that's foiled. Those little dots, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. This is what I really want to just sit and play with all day. Don't tell my boss. I'm not going to get the rest of my work done today. I'm going to be in Christine's book playing away. Check out this. Now this is a whole page. Just gorgeous. All foiled. And how fun would this be to color and then cut these out? Oh my gosh. And then of course a heart. And you could put a picture in here or some quotes. Super fun. Now this is a home decor book. So they're perfect for framing with our home decor frames. So think about that too. Now these are the postcards, so that's kind of where I got this one. So I'll show you what I colored these sweet things with in a second. They're very glimmery and pastel. And some of the pages in mine are missing because guess what? I've been playing with these. So Look at this, little mini tags and then full-size tags. Well, not full-size, but larger tags. So if you do planners, you do cards and tags, this is a perfect book for you. There are also bookmarkers, and I have to tell you, I've been playing with them. So there are some really larger bookmarkers, and I was coloring this one, I think, with the color Philosophy, and I just picked 2 colors and had so much fun with it. I'm thinking this is lipstick or frosting. Okay, I probably should find that one, but really fun. So bookmarkers, tags, postcards, and then tons of gorgeous foiled designs, and that is the Watercolor Decor Coloring Book. And that number is 971779. And this is, I believe this is ready to ship. Carrie will correct me if I'm wrong. So what did I color these with? Well, I was totally experimenting because I didn't expect the foil. I thought maybe with a thicker medium, the foil might not pop through, but it did. So, you know, I'm really going off target here, but we have Brand New Sparks by Finn. And these are gorgeous little bundles of joy. Look at these. So these are sparkly paints, okay? And when I say sparkly, I mean intense sparkle. And the names are amazing. Unicorn's Hair, Mermaid Sparkle, Butterfly Spells, Magical Pond. What is this one? Iris Potion. I think I have one more. I don't have all of them, but Pretty Wings. Oh my gosh. So what I did is I took this is Butterfly Spells, opened it up. I'm not going to color because I got to get on to something else, but can you see that sparkle and shimmer? I thinned it out with a water brush. So I basically went in here into my little yeah, I really should clean my brush before I start going into another art medium. I really create a lot of my own unique colors that way. So this already had a color on. Let me try that again. But when you add water, it dilutes it just enough to keep that sparkle there, but lets that shimmer come through. I really don't know if that's showing up. It is gorgeous. And that's what I did on this one. I colored this one just with this one right here, Butterfly Spells. And you can see that beautiful little pot of gold right there. And then watered it down over to this side. So it is still shimmery and super fun. And I thought then I can write on this side, and the color, of course, would not be as dark. And then on this one, Be Happy, Smile Often, I think I used a little bit of Magical Pond and probably a little bit of Mermaid Sparkle. And I maybe threw in a third color. I think Unicorn's Hair. Yes, I did. Just playing and having fun like that. So what do you guys think? That is a bonus little idea for you. A fourth way to color. You guys have got to get these new products. They are so amazing. So these are Finnaver, and they're new for winter 2017. Okay, so I just want to show 2 projects, and I think we'll wrap up with that. What do you guys think? Are we good? Are we still going? Carrie, are we good? Let me know. Okay, well, I'm going to assume we are. I can't tell. I think we're good. Yes, okay. Are you guys there? Let me know. Okay, good. All of a sudden it just stops, and I've had technical issues with Facebook Live today, so nothing is going to surprise me at this point. But so what I did is I took one of the coloring pages and I literally colored this in 10 minutes. I wasn't paying attention to staying in the lines. I added some little spatters. Oh, good. Christine is here. Hey, Christine. She's the mastermind behind this line. I just am going to hug her because I've had so much fun playing with it. And you can see when I go outside the lines, I just blend it into the background. It all works in the end. And then I thought, I need to frame this. So this is one of Prima's decor frames in white. It's 8 by 10. It's perfect for this coloring book. They go hand in hand. And then I grabbed some of Prima's flowers. And this is where the fun comes in. Oh my gosh. I was just playing and then went and found the flowers later. So if any flower hoarders like me, you're digging in baskets from like 3 years ago, right? I have a couple new ones, but I found these babies. Perfect little match. All right, so that is one project, and I just have one more to show you, and then we will wrap it up. I appreciate your time, and I don't want to keep you on here all day. So this is another one of her pages, and this is in a fancier frame just to show you that you could go, you know, fresh and whimsical, but you can also get this more of a watercolored, I'm getting a glare on there, I apologize, just a more serious artsy look. And I hate to say that because I colored it, I'm not artistic. But with this one, I just had fun. I swirled some of the colors with my brush. I splattered. I used the Color Philosophy inks for this one. Maybe if I set it this way, you can see better. I did put my camera horizontal this time. I probably shouldn't have because all my projects are vertical. But you get the idea. And I put it in a, you know, those frames you can go get for half off. And it's going to be in my entry table. And I love it. And let me just show you the colors I pulled out for this. And that's what's so fun. Get your Color Philosophy inks or your Color Bloom sprays or your oil pastels and pick out, you know, 3 or 4 colors you love and then just play with it. And this is it. This is what I used. I used Potion for a bit. It's like a charcoal gray, but it has a bit of purple undertones when it thins out with water. So those are the darker areas. And then I threw in a bit of Poison Love. Oh my gosh. Super fun. So this one, I would say it's also a light charcoal. So it's in that charcoal family, but it has just a hint of purple in there, like a grayed purple. It's more gray than purple. Amethyst, which is definitely a purple, but it has hints of pink in there, which I loved. So it pulls a little bit of the brighter colors. Soft Lilac. So I started with this one as the base for my flowers, and then tried not to color the whole thing, of course, so that some of that lighter color popped through. And then Wasabi is like my go-to with everything. This color you have got to get. It's beautiful. It has a lot of the greens. It's a fresh olive green. That's what I would call it. And it worked well for creating kind of contrast in this middle section. And then around the edges, all I did was add a lot of water and let it kind of run those colors together. I have little water spot areas and I like it. I love that look. Okay, so I have talked forever, but I hope you guys have enjoyed it today. We were featuring Christine Adolph stamps and her coloring book that has the foil. It's absolutely beautiful. Look for more projects. Look for more peeks of hers coming up in the next week or so. And if you're coming to the trade show next week, stop by our booth. I think we're 1609. Don't quote me on that. And give us all a hug. We're going to be in there demoing. Christine will be there. And we have tons of fun stuff still to come out. So keep on our Facebook, keep on our social media. We have lots going on Instagram, on our Prima blog. We have giveaways going on. I could go on all day. You guys got to check it out. So thank you guys for joining us. I'm going to sign off and I appreciate you guys coming out and checking out the new Prima products. So go Prima. They got a gorgeous, gorgeous release for winter 2017. All right, bye-bye.